Welcome, dear friends. Here we are. Now we have sound. We are live with you, or perhaps on demand on our series, Learning with Emmanuel. Today's message is from the book Words of Life Eternal by Emmanuel that he titled Action. So today, you and I will learn how to act in this world while reincarnated to do the most good that you and I can. Ready? So today's message starts with a Bible quote from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 58. Quote, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain." Unquote. Beautiful way of reminding us that we are here to serve. We are here to fulfill the law of work. And what is work? Any useful activity. So today we'll learn about action. So Paul explains to us the following. In the struggles of daily life, we are all urged into various operations in order to move forward along the path. So he says, in the struggles of daily life. So what is our current daily struggle? It may be many. And as we are going through those struggles, we are urged into the following operations. We feel, we desire, we speak, we study, we learn, we know, we teach, we analyze, and we work. Those are the things we do throughout our daily lives, isn't it, dear friends? We're constantly feeling, desiring things, speaking of things, studying things, knowing things, right? Teaching, we teach a lot, not only if you are a teacher formally, but because of your actions, you are a model to someone, so you're constantly thinking. And then we analyze and we work. So now he's going to explain how to do those things in a way that when we're compelled to action, we create our own destiny, and this destiny is for the good. He says, however, it is necessary to feel the need for the good for all so that we may desire rightly. So it's not just feeling anything, it's feeling the need for the good for everyone. Jesus said, love your enemies as yourself. Love everyone. It wasn't just the Israelite, the one who looked like him. He was from the same place he was from. Everyone who was in need. So we need to feel the need for everyone in this world to be good, to have the good in their lives. Because that way we desire rightly. And he continues, to desire rightly, it's necessary to desire rightly so that we may think honestly. What are your thoughts right now, dear friends? If we discarnated right now, where would we be in the spiritual realm? Wherever our thoughts take us. So even though we can show a facade of calmness and improvement, are we thinking good thoughts? Because as you have your physical body, you can train it to look and feel a certain way. But without the physical body, we'll be where our thoughts are. And he says, to think honestly so that we may speak profitably. So not just speak like we do, blah, 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 talk, talk, talk. Speak profitably. Speak in a way that you have good results. That you are bringing the good in your words, in your vibratory tone, that you're helping the one who is receiving your word. And sometimes the best thing we can do is not say anything, right? Be quiet. To speak profitably so that we may study with clarity. So just study for the sake of study. Yesterday we were here, or the day before we were studying our talks. And we're discussing how it's important to know, but I always feel the inspiration of the mentors to ask one more question. What are you going to do with the teachings? You speak profitably. So we are speaking, right? We're giving a talk. We're sharing the knowledge. We're studying. what do we do with the study? We just store it away, or we study with clarity, knowing I'm studying this so that I can apply. And Emmanuel will continue to study with clarity so that we may learn with understanding. To learn with understanding so that we may know with discernment. So, studying with clarity, learning with understanding. So you truly learn and not just memorize. And then you learn with understanding of what you're studying so that we may know with discernment. So you know to discern good from not good. We learn to discern which teachings will take us to the right path. The teachings of Jesus take us to the right path. The teachings of society may not. To know with discernment so that we may teach kindness, with kindness. So not just teaching with kindness. To teach with kindness so that we may analyze with justice. And to analyze with justice so that we may work in praise of the good. So in this place I mean earth, we're so blessed with so many things. There's so many spiritual missions right now, where you are and elsewhere in the world, currently bringing the good to all of us. If you're here listening to this, the Spirit mentors have inspired you to be here. Yet we focus on the negative. So because in society we praise competition, we praise fighting, war, very language. The other day I was working out and the instructor said, shred, kill. I'm like, why do we need to use those words? About parts of our body that need to grow and be nourished so that you can age with health, right? So we need to work in praise of the good. So what kind of work and useful activity that you do in your daily lives that is praising the good? The good inside of you, because you have the gene of divinity inside of you, Living Spring chapter 30 by Emmanuel. And the good that is in others that we need to sow. We need to water that seed of goodness. So to do for the sake of doing, to know for the sake of knowing is not useful. We need to do things with the purpose of growing in this reincarnation. You and I are not here for vacation. The excuses we make not to do the good are just excuses. So we need to wake up and say, this is the reincarnation where I change everything. He says, because in truth, he continues and completes this chapter. We are all daily compelled to action. Every day, Christ is asking you to act with discernment, with knowledge, so that he can do the good. And by what we do, each one of us decides his or her own destiny. So today we are learning about action so that I know today I'm building my tomorrow. The same way that in previous lives I'm building where I am today. So we create for ourselves, for themselves, either the trouble descending into darkness or the sublime ascent into the light. So today you decide to work towards the good, to desire rightly the good for all, to think honestly, to speak profitably with kindness, to study with clarity, to learn with understanding, to know with discernment, to teach with kindness, to analyze with justice, and to work in the praise of the good. You decide if you want to ascend fast or if you're going to stay stagnant. And that's why we meet a few times each week in order to study with discernment, with clarity, to know that we are doing the right thing by fulfilling God's will in this life. Dear friends, what a blessing to be with you each and every day. Please join me for another Learning with Emmanuel chapter pretty soon. May you stay well, may you stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.